Oh, fuck.
How confident do you feel coming off missing those games, going back to Michigan and being able to play well?
Extremely confident. Every time we step out there, it's the work that we put in every single week. It's the trust in my teammates and coaches, and all of that's been at an all-time high.
In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Hey, everybody. Good evening and welcome. I think my voice is making a comeback. I think that's where you'll get a squeak or a crack in here somewhere, but it feels much better. It's the final evening show of the week, and we're ready to go. We've got plenty to talk about, a lot of things going on tonight, and We look, man, we got some J.D. Vance stuff. We got some Alex Stein news. Love Alex. He got some bad news recently. A lot of things to talk about, but I just saw something scrolling through Twitter this afternoon, and I just have to talk about it. I have to play it. You guys, some of you are going to hate me for it. Look. Like I always say, the hallmark of talent, the hallmark of being able to do an actual show is that you don't have to watch really retarded shit, but and prolonged coverage of shit is really stupid and hacky, but you got to give me one time. You got to give me one time because we've had this guy on the show. I made him. And then I told him to stay away from the internet cancer and all that. And then he went headlong into the internet cancer stuff. but I can't help but love the guy. I think he's great. There is a Karmic clip, and it kind of reminds me of like us in the radio days. Remember when we started live streaming the radio show, and we would just take like parts of segments where we'd go, let's just yell at the chat. Like, let's just yell at people in the chat. It'll be fun. Corey, when I had Corey with me to do it, it was great. But it was always a bit. It was always funny. Unless he's pulling off an Andy Kaufman level brilliant bit. I got to say, this Karmic guy's got to take a break. I love him. He's so great. I don't want to watch him struggle. I don't want to have him have a bad time. And it looks like his eyeballs are about to pop out of his head live on stream, like the worst days of Oz's blood pressure problems. And I ran across a clip on Twitter that somebody I follow had up there, and he's just fucking screaming at people. I thought it was funny. I thought it was great. So good that it's going to actually make me break my vow of this stuff is retarded. Now, it still is retarded, but I'm going to watch a retarded thing a little bit later, and I hope you enjoy it with me. I can't help it. You know, it's like like when your kids are really little and you find yourself playing a game where you'll put like a turtle shell on your back and crawl across the floor, and you never once does it occur to you, you're like, oh my God, I'm a grown man and I'm pretending to be a make-believe turtle or whatever. You're doing it because it's your children and they like it and everything else. And that's how I see Karmic. He's like, I'll break my own standards because I'm playing make-believe Turtle Beach with my kids. So we're going to check that out. Because I like the guy. I do. And it's not these insane people who are like, who live vicariously through these weird streams and just get really worked up and angry. Those people are just to be trolled and made fun of like I do. Like there was one in the comment section a second ago. He's like, he wrote like 2 paragraphs. And it was all about how, no, Aaron, you're going to do this because you're failing and you suck. And I'm like, I mean, we're knocking out goals all the time. Our audience has been pretty much the same for the last year or so. I don't know what to tell you. You can always tell when someone's coping at you because they're just kind of like, they're telling you what their perceived reality is so that they feel better, which you can always tell them, look, you don't have to cope. You can just go outside and you can go, suck in some oxygen and it'll feel really good. The man is fantastic. The man is 100% talent. Oh, and this guy whose balls I busted this morning, I got a screenshot of like a book that he wrote about how, and it always starts with, I never listen to Aaron, and then chapter and verse, everything Aaron says. And my fans that love me hate when I talk about it because they're like, why? I think the reason they hate when I talk about it is because those people get more of my love than they do. Because I do genuinely love them. That's why I try to treat them with kid gloves and I don't shit on them too hard. And I'm always having fun with them. I just can't help that they're psychotic and any kind of criticism makes them fly off the handle. I want them to know that it is all love, as they say in the street. But you can't convince them of it. In fact, right now they're typing with sweaty foreheads and fingers, and all I want to do is have a good time. But we have a very busy show today. We've got a lot going on. I'm going to try and not alienate my own fans by covering any of this or making fun of people. Like, my own fans hate when I make fun of people now because they see those people as so disgusting and beneath us. Guys, just go along with me for a little bit and have some fun. Nader P says, can we talk about Chris Jericho returning to WWE for a retirement run and Hall of Fame induction? Yeah, you know what? We'll dedicate a segment. It sounds like a perfect Rumble Friday bit. And I knew numero uno Josh Denny fan would be very happy. He says, CarmicX in the title. Now we're talking. Jesus H. Christ told me that Gino and Keanu got swatted. I don't know if that's true. It would make sense if it is, because the kind of people that despise them are the same people who despise me. and take it from someone who's been beating them for years now. When you don't give them the reaction they want, they move heaven and earth to try to like get involved, like get in the game and like try to, you anger them so much by just smiling. And one of the biggest reasons they're obsessed with me is that I've figured them out. Keanu has kind of figured them out. So it wouldn't surprise me if they've resorted to swatting. It does make sense. Miss Tay gifting a membership. Thank you very much, Miss Tay, starting us off today. Now, we are over 300 memberships on YouTube. We are over 300 memberships on Rumble. So we are starting to claw our way back. But we are still a good, I would say, 300 or so memberships away from where we used to be. So we're going to get back to consistency. I won't go to jail, and we'll continue to build that base up. What do you say? Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. 125 is the number today. 125 is the final number for the evening show this week. Thank you guys very much. Numero uno got the membership from Miss Tay. That is awesome. I love it. Numero uno deserves a membership. Kraken Slappin says your thought process of loving him is the same thought process that got you in jail. Wait, what? My thought process of loving Karmic? No. I'm not. No, I am not. Are you trying to say that I'm going to fuck KarmicX? No, it's not going to happen. Link to the Jake says Karmic is spiraling out of control and it's beautiful. Oh, you guys, this is why I do a show. Because you guys don't understand what's going on. This is not a man spiraling out of control. This is a man who is not doing anything more than he can handle. You guys don't get it. Like, this guy is comfortable. He's in his element. This idea that this is some kind of great spiraling out of control, you're incorrect. This is an emotional man who's fucking on one, and he is giving her. People call it spiraling when they can't answer it back, and he's just fucking giving it to them. They go, oh, he's spiraling, because they don't want to admit, boy, he's really shitting on me right now. You got to look through all that shit. Karmic is a man's man, despite the jackets. We'll get into it a little bit later. But first, guys, I got to tell you, I can confirm the kid is ready. The kid is ready. And if you don't believe me, if you don't think that the kid is ready on the countdown for Sunday, why don't you just take it from the kid himself? It's time to go. It's time to go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Tell him, JJ.
You're a confident guy, but how confident do you feel coming off missing those games, going back to Michigan and being able to play well?
First off, stupid fucking question. He's going to crush the Lions. We're going to shock the world.
Extremely confident. Every time we step out there, it's the work that we put in every single week. It's the trust in my teammates and coaches, and all of that's been at an all-time high. It sucks not being able to get the reps and be able to continue to progress all the fundamentals and all the little things, but there was a lot of areas that I picked up and think I benefited from just watching and observing from the sidelines. So
goddamn right. Look at him. He looks like a monster. He looks ready to go. He looks ready to kill. And I know what you're saying, Aaron. Why does your quarterback look like a 12-year-old boy playing Pop Warner football? That's not what he looks like. He looks like a machine who's ready to kill. He's built for speed, built for power, built for success. JJ McCarthy is ready to have his big coming out party. Not that he's a homosexual. He's ready to reign over the Detroit Lions, ready to put a crimp in their entire season, and ready to bring the Vikings back from the brink. Who's not excited to see JJ in there doing it in Michigan, where he feels comfortable, at Ford Field, taking our rivals apart and putting our season right back on track? He's ready, guys. Andrew Van Ginkel fully practiced today. Christian Darrisaw's back. Brian O'Neill's going to be back. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, get ready. Numero uno says, bully your dumb fans into submission until they realize how great this is. Don't worry. Don't worry. I absolutely will. They will see it our way, numero uno. Well, I guess see it your way because you brought me on board. The only thing is it becomes hack when you do it every day. It becomes hack when you do it multiple times a week. I think if you check in every once in a while, just like it's no different than playing a Trump clip or Hassan or JD Vance or Dave Smith or Nick Fuentes or anything else, you just check in every once in a while, but you got to create your own content. If you depend on other people, you're kind of a lazy hack. Das Optic Nerve says, don't worry, we will hate you either way. Fair enough. I don't have any information on this. Did Gino and Keanu really get swatted? I don't believe you, Jesus H. Christ, because my guy Misery Loves Clips would have had this for me. Misery Loves Clips would have this up as like breaking news if Gino and Keanu got swatted, and so far nothing. Gino Bisconti. Latest. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. The guy did not. I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna call your bluff. He did not get swatted. Jesus says they shut their stream down. Well, there's a big difference between shutting your stream down and getting swatted. These are two incredibly different things. Okay, before we make numero uno Josh Denny fans' dreams come true, and we play a wonderful KarmicX clip. I don't like all these drunks and these retarded Dabbleverse people calling him Karmix. Stop it. It's KarmicX. The X is capitalized. It's KarmicX. That's how we had him on our show when I discovered the kid, dusted him off, and made him a star. That's his name. Get it right. Before we get into any of that, I kind of I feel like I spoke this into existence. I kind of feel like I did a speak it, believe it, receive it. Alex Stein, I was wondering shortly before I went in, for the record, I love Alex. I hope, Alex liked a couple of things of mine on Twitter not too long ago. So I'm thinking Alex and I are cool, but I think I kind of pissed Alex off a little with maybe not me specifically, but I think the way the Jesse PS interview went, I think he wanted to kind of go away. Because I don't think, he did agree. I didn't ambush him or anything. I asked him if he would come on and talk to Jesse, and it devolved into a shouting match, and Jesse was a fucking dick, and I like Jesse. Here's my problem. I love Jesse. I love Alex. I like them both. I think they're both really great entertainers, but they don't like each other, and they were just screaming at each other on this show, and there was no way you could make it organized. So I was wondering a few weeks ago, I was like, how long is Alex Stein's contract with the Blaze? Because I believe when Alex signed his contract with Glenn Beck, they gave him, was it Sydney Watson's channel? Because the way this works is that Alex signs a deal with the Blaze. The Blaze has a YouTube channel that they own that they turn into the Primetime with Alex Stein show. And I think it was Sydney Watson or Elijah Schaefer who had left the Blaze, and they repurposed the channel and made it his. So he didn't get those views on his own Alex Stein 99 YouTube channel. And I was wondering the other day, just before I went in, I was like, how long has Alex been there and what's their agreement? Usually these type of things are like 2-year deals. 2-year deals when we talk about the third. Usually what Daily Wire and Blaze and all these places do, and this was the big hang up that Steven Crowder had, why he was mad at Daily Wire, was they pick you up when you're relatively cheap. They give you 2 years, and at the end of that 2 years, you've either made a name for yourself, and they let you go because you're too expensive, and now you can go do it on your own, or it didn't work out, they didn't get what they wanted out of it, and they let you go. Very rarely do they keep you around for like 5, 6, 7 years. It's usually a 2-year deal. You make the most of it. They move on with other content. And I think what Alex's job was with the Blaze was Alex was supposed to bring in a younger audience because Glenn Beck, not exactly the 18 to 35 demo guy. Glenn is, selling gold to boomers. I was going to say having a pro-Israel take, but I think everybody on the right has kind of, he's probably still a pro-Israel guy, but they all kind of tempered their support over the course of the last year while the rest of the country went a little closer to Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. But Alex has had a show. He's done his pimp on a blimp thing. He's got the studio, the whole deal. Well, it was announced this week that the Blaze was not going to be renewing Alex Stein's contract. And, I got to say, Alex is taking it like a champ. He's a total professional. Back in my radio days, I definitely could have learned a thing or two about not burning bridges from Alex Stein, because he didn't come up with some cockamamie explanation. He didn't, and we'll play the clip here in a second. Alex just came out and said, my show's canceled. The Blaze is canceling me. I love those guys at the Blaze. Thanks for the opportunity. And that's an undervalued quality, I think. Here's Alex Stein talking about how he and the Blaze will be parting ways after this week.
Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so incredibly sad. This is my last week on the blimp. That's right, the blimp is getting canceled by the Blaze. But we still love the Blaze. The Blaze is great. The fact they gave me a show is incredible. So we love the Blaze.
What a great attitude. Like, what just a grateful guy. I think Alex knows that he has an audience still. He can still make a living doing what he's doing. I mean, look, everybody loves collecting a paycheck from somebody else to do a thing where you'd have to generate the revenue yourself. I mean, do I prefer the days when, we were making good money on 101 and the company had to worry about all the management type stuff? As much as I gave them shit for the way they did management, yeah, that was way preferable. Now, do I take all the ancillary profits of this now? Yeah, but it's way more work. And it's way more stress. And it's way more everything else. And it's the internet, so you deal with literal, like, paranoid, violent, schizophrenic, crazy people who think you're Satan or their dad, one of the two. But Alex takes it in stride. Alex knows that he's still got an audience. He'll still be able to go to protests and, city council meetings and shit like that. He's going to be fine. He's going to do great. But it does suck losing the Blaze. But he's handling it remarkably well. I think, and look, hindsight is 20/20. It's so easy for the rest of us, and this is kind of unfair to Alex. It's easy for the rest of us to go back in time and look back at what Alex did and go, oh, you shouldn't have done that, or oh, you shouldn't have done this. Well, obviously, the Blaze canceled his show, so obviously there's a ton of shit he shouldn't have done. But I think Alex should have been doing more stuff with, and I'm not the biggest fan of the guy, but like the Tim Pools of the world and maybe the Ian Carrolls of the world and people like that who had a bigger audience and drew a lot of eyeballs. I think what Alex did was a lot of the stuff he wanted to do, and a lot of I'll give you a great example. Alex should have never had me on his show. Chrissy, Keanu, Chad, like he never should. Like, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Going with any of those Dabbleverse people, I mean, forget like having me on for my shit, but like going into another world like that Dabbleverse, nobody gives a shit. And everybody who's not one of the 500 people that are involved in that thing think it's retarded. They think it's mentally ill. They think it's arrested development, and they think it's embarrassing. And they are correct. So that did nothing but isolate Alex from the general public. And for what? A couple hundred views. I mean, it didn't make any sense. Even having me on when I was in the midst of one of the bigger, internet YouTube drama stories a year and a half ago or so, it was a big mistake. Because it's just, I'm not that kind of a draw. So I think he kind of got into the weeds with some of that stuff. I think he really had a platform and he has a level of talent where he really could have brought some big names on and made some noise. But I think the thing that's refreshing about Alex is he probably knows this. I'm not telling him anything he doesn't know. And he probably thought, well, this is what I want to do. It's dangerous to try and get in somebody else's head because you're always wrong. So I wonder, as I'm thinking this way, I'll go the other way. Alex may have thought, I got 2 years. The Blaze isn't going to renew me because, like we said earlier, these contracts usually don't get renewed. I'm going to do whatever fucking fever dream that I want to do. They're going to give me 2 years, and I'm going to do everything I want. That's kind of refreshing. That's kind of nice. There's no guarantee that if he would have had just like the biggest right wing and left wing talk, if he would have been debating David Pakman or whatever, there's no guarantee that he would have, stuck around at the Blaze. But I do think doing a lot of that really insider niche shit might not have helped.
But the Pimp on a Blimp, we got some big things cooking. As a matter of fact, I got Tim Pool on the show tonight to make a big announcement.
Big name.
Come and watch the show. I only have this episode and 2 more, so this is the final 3 episodes of Prime Time with Alex Stein on the Blimp. I'm so sad. I do not want to leave it. Maybe they'll let me put the Blimp in a warehouse or something. I don't know, but yeah, I love the Blaze. But guys, yeah, it's our last week. You guys want to watch the show? And we're gonna be—
What a trooper. Because it is shitty, and he's not hiding it. He's like, yeah, this fucking sucks. I hate it. He's not trying to do the, oh, well, it was mutual and this and that. If they asked him to do the show into next week, he'd do the show into next week. This makes Alex look really likable.
We're talking about all the drama with Tucker and Nick, so it's going to be a great episode. So I'm telling you guys, we're saying farewell to the Blimp tonight. We love you. Come in the chat, and I love all you chat rats. I appreciate all you chat rats. It's been a very wild ride, and you guys are the ones that made it so iconic. So love you guys. Watch the show.
It'd be more funny if he just knifed him and just said, well, you guys are the reason I'm not getting canceled. Maybe if you would have tried a little harder and supported me a little better, I'd still be here, and Glenn Beck wouldn't have fired me. Turn on him, Alex. Turn heel. Drop the leg on the Macho Man at Bash at the Beach. Now, good for him. I like seeing shit like that because I never was that guy. I was always really vindictive and shitty. So it's really nice to see somebody rise above that. Like after we left 101, fuck, I was an asshole. I said a lot of out-of-pocket crazy shit when we left. So it's really nice to see someone be an adult and be professional and thank the Blaze and say, hey, we're going to do great. We got a couple more shows left. We're going to say goodbye to the Blimp. Good for Alex. Good for him. And you know what? He's going to land on his feet because, again, talent is talent. He does a good show. He's an engaging personality. Alex is going to be just fine. Just fine. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. I lost. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. I hate when this happens. My Rumble chat went all fucky on me. It went black. Oh, no. Let me refresh here. Son of a bitch, I hate that. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan says, holy shit, this is the first case of Toe having a correct take. Broken clock, I guess. What are you talking about? The Toe's always got the hot take. Oh, now it disappeared again. Fucking hell. There we go. Now it's back. Good, good, good. Okay, yeah, willy-nilly says, is this glitchy for anyone else? Okay, yeah, it's okay, so it is fucked up. All my shit here says we're good, but it could be something. Son of a bitch. Nicole Magenta says, Twins hired... Oh, God, is that true? God, it's... How long has it been since the Twins hired somebody to be their manager that I like? Twins to hire Derek Shelton as manager. The Pirates guy, right? The guy who was in Pittsburgh? Fuck. When we hired Paul Molitor, I wanted to get Doug Minkiewicz. Doug Minkiewicz was my guy. When I played baseball in high school, I had the big thing of gum in my cheek, blowing bubbles while I was scooping balls at first base like Doug Minkiewicz. I modeled my whole defensive game after Doug Minkiewicz. I really wanted to see him become manager. Instead, we picked Molitor. It's fucking terrible. I just saw a super chat from Parlock and it stopped me in my tracks. Fuck, that was funny. I didn't want Rocco Baldelli because he's one of those stupid Bill James stat geeks who doesn't understand how, the actual, it's really unfortunate because he doesn't get how the actual feel and momentum of basketball works, or baseball, excuse me. And, it's frustrating to see that in a former player. So I didn't like the Baldelli hire. I think we fired him way too late. Derek Shelton is not as bad of a managerial hire. He's a little more old school than Rocco Baldelli is, but it doesn't do anything for me. Thank you, Nicole Magenta, for letting me know about that one. But I'm not excited about it. Scouse Ghost says Alex is getting Johnny's job. I think Johnny would understand this. I would throw Johnny's crippled ass under a train if Alex Stein expressed interest in co-hosting Steel Toe every day. Listen to me. Let me be very clear about this. I would walk over to Johnny's house and strangle him like, what's his name? Like the guy who played Ray Donovan. Like Liev Schreiber strangled Anthony Mackie in The Manchurian Candidate. I would do that to Johnny while he sat in his wheelchair if Alex Stein said, the pimp on a blimp wants to do a show with you. Chillin92 says Stein is better off on InfoWars. Well, there's not going to be an InfoWars. So InfoWars being sold to the highest bidder, Alex Jones will still do something. It's just not going to be called InfoWars because they're going to take that away from him. Scouse Ghost theorizes that Alex is going to work for Tim Pool. Maybe they're doing a big event together. They're doing one of those Culture War podcasts. Alex, Myron Gaines, and Tim Pool. I watched that segment today. So he could go to work for Tim Pool. I think Alex is better off on his own. I really do. I think Alex should do his own thing. 270 checking out the toe right now. Go ahead, hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. Let's get that algorithm blasting, bro. 120 away from tonight. Let's hit that last one and call it a win for the toe. Well, numero uno, what do you think? What do you think? Should we get down to it, my brother? Should we get after it? I think we should get after it. 120 away from tonight. Let's do it. Parlock, thank you for the $5. That's very nice of you, but you're a naughty, naughty boy. A naughty, naughty boy. It's very funny. You rat, fuck you. Thanks for putting us at the 120, pal. All right, off we go. Some of you are going to fucking hate this. Some of you are going to despise that I'm even talking about this. But numero uno Josh Denny fan is going to be pleased as punch. And there's a reason I'm doing this. I'm breaking my own edicts. I'm breaking my own morals. I'm breaking my own code, as it were, to do a segment on KarmicX. I think following these people because you claim to hate them is a giant L for you. I think it shows that you kind of have nothing going on. You're sort of a loser. You're kind of a bum. So I don't follow anyone or play clips of anyone unless I have some kind of an admitted affinity for them. I don't think you can watch someone, follow someone, and play clips of someone unless you have some kind of weird affection or love for them. So I don't like it that these dorks always run from that and hide from that. Just admit it and you'll be liberated. I have no shame admitting that I love KarmicX and I think he's a special kind of talent. Why do you think I made the guy? He's my son. He's my boy. And I've got his back. This guy has an ability to lose his mind, melt down, lose his shit, scream at people, stand there with a flamethrower and spin in circles, and somehow not have a coronary and drop dead. This guy can bring that same energy to stream after stream after stream after stream. And let me tell you something. None of the people making fun of him could do it. I can't do what KarmicX does. I mean, the guy has the ability to flip his shit, lose his mind, scream at people constantly, and then shake it off and go back and do it again the next day. That's a skill. So I'm watching this clip from Mint Diggity. I follow Mint Diggity on Twitter. I think she has some funny stuff every once in a while. And this Mint Diggity posted a clip of Karmic saying stream number 2 after deleting the first stream. That's another thing I like about Karmic. If he doesn't like it, he'll just scrap it and do the next one. This guy's not a rule follower. He's a rule breaker. He's a trendsetter. He's a table setter. Karmic threatens to dox nice name, stupid phone number and demands the final boss deletes all of Karmic's music that he uploaded to Spotify. Now, I will tell you this. Because I don't follow this shit, I have no idea what any of these things are. I don't know who the nice name stupid guy is. Maybe he's known as something else. I don't know who the final boss is. But what I love, so to me, it would be beneath me to even discuss them. What I love about Karmic is he doesn't play that shit. Karmic doesn't go, I'm above them. He's not a snob, an elitist, up in an ivory tower like I am. What Karmic does is he gets right down into the mud and he fucking drills these guys right between the eyes and and doesn't break his stride. I love that about the guy. So let's go to old Andrew Dice Clay Jacket himself, KarmicX, and let's watch. Look at him. He's already mid-tomato. The guy's already turning fruity in the face. I don't mean gay. I mean food-wise. I mean color-wise. He's already turning red. He really does look like the best friend of the bad guy in every 80s movie. You gotta respect the guy. He looks like he'd be behind Griff Tannen on a pit bull hoverboard. He's ripped right out of that era. So let's go ahead and check on Karmic and see what our boy's up to.
Motherfucker.
Great start. Already off to a dynamite start. I fully endorse the guy.
Let's fuck.
Yeah.
Let's call me at 3 in the fucking morning, final boss. Let's do that. You and fucking fat boy Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid. Let's call me up.
Oh, is that who Nice Name Stupid is? Is that Dan guy? That Dan guy's, he's weird. You got a guy like him. You guys got to go outside and meet more people because it's so easy to figure out the personality types of these guys. This Dan guy, and don't get me wrong, I like his gimmick of sending people $2, but like that Dan guy, he used to give Johnny shit. And this is how I know who he is, because Johnny used to get shit from this guy, or he had Johnny on and he tried to use him or something. That Dan guy is a walking billboard for hiding insecurity. I mean, there's nothing worse than a guy trying to go for, like, I have to replace not having a personality with a look. He's very clearly, he's got the weak goatee. He's not a very fascinating human being. So he puts on the hoodie and the dark sunglasses. No offense, KarmicX, you're the king. You can pull it off. You're okay. But the sunglasses inside, I don't care how bright your studio lights are. You look like a fag. You always will look like a fag. Stop with the sunglasses inside. It's fucking dreadful. But when you're doing it and it's so clear that you're trying to create it, like, that's my look. I'm like trying to be it's awful. Mersh can pull it off. Mersh can wear the sunglasses inside. It gives him more confidence. This is not a joke. He's got the wonky eye. I would be sensitive about it too. And the sunglasses hide it so he can go on and perform and do his show and drink.
I got Dan's fucking cell phone, and I'm gonna fucking reveal it to the goddamn world, too.
Ooh.
These pieces of shit. Wanna fuck? Let's fuck!
Yeah, that's a t-shirt, right? We gotta have a Karmic Let's Fuck t-shirt. Karmic, make the t-shirt. If you don't want to make the t-shirt, let me know. I'll put it on our Streamlabs store, and I'll give you all the money for it. I don't want a dime. I just want to be able to house the KarmicX Let's Fuck t-shirt, hoodie, mug, everything. Condoms, even though those are whatever. You want to fuck? And then on the back, let's fuck. And then the KarmicX logo right across the back. I love that. There's two ways to deal with these guys. There's my way, which is smile, poke them, watch them lose their mind. Or what Karmic does, which I think is more brilliant, which is scream at him, give him the business, motherfuck them. And he's trashing the shit out of them. They should be humiliated. And the brilliance of what Karmic is doing is that all these people who spend all day on the internet, their self-esteem and self-worth is so low that a grown man screaming fuck you at them, which should be insulting, it should upset you, you should get fired up by that. They're so pathetic and they're such worms that they go, oh, we've totally got him. He's melting down. No, KarmicX is being a man and he's motherfucking you. And you know what he's doing? He's looking at you and go, I'm going to say this about you. And guess what you're going to do? Not a fucking thing, bitch. and your self-esteem and your self-worth is so low that you're convincing yourself that somehow a grown man calling you a bitch is a win for you. Like I said, the geniuses know. You either poke them and smile, you know what you're doing. Some people get me. They understand it. They go, I know what you're trying to do. And I'm like, shit, you got me. But some people, they just fall right into it, and it's just paragraph after paragraph of what an asshole the toe is. Karmic goes the other way, and I think it's more genius. He just motherfucks them to their face. He knows they're weak-willed, and they'll just go, well, at least he's yelling about me. He's the one melting down. Nah, bitch. He's blowing smoke right in your face, and you're not doing a goddamn thing about it. Get him, King. You want to fuck? Let's fuck.
Let's fuck!
Yeah.
Okay, who's getting ready?
To fuck? All of us.
Who's getting ready?
We're
Who's
all
gone? Who's gone? Who wants to fuck with me? Let's fuck.
Let's fuck.
Okay, this fucking nobody.
Imagine thinking you're getting a W over this guy right now. This is alpha energy right now. He is fucking destroying you. I love this kid.
Out. Get the fuck out, you stuttering John dick licker. Get the fuck out of my stream. I'm done. Come on. Say your shit. Say your shit.
Look at that. He ain't hiding. He ain't being a sarcastic little cunt and baiting you and making you angry. He's bringing it right to you. Booyaka, booyaka, we bring it straight to you.
Where's Shit Show? Oh, Shit Show hasn't came up to say his stupid fucking shit.
He's right. Shit Show is a bitch. Once you start confronting that Shit Show guy, he clams up really tight. He does the same cope that the other ones do when they get got. He goes, I'm giving you content. You're getting smoked, kid. So Karmic calls him out, and guess what? No fucking balls. He's a punching bag.
Over and over again. I want to get rid of Shit Show. Let's get rid of that motherfucker. Come on, Shit Show. Say your fucking piece. Say it.
Karmic is exposing something right now. All these guys, the minute you tell them, come on, let's do it. Let's be dudes. They clam up. Karmic's got him.
Say it. Keep talking like a big boy. And I'm going to fucking put you in the goddamn dustbin of history.
The dustbin of history. Bro, do you know who's in the dustbin of history? Napoleon Bonaparte. Right? Odoaker. Julius Caesar. Bro, Karmic, that's like having an infinity stone. He has the broom of history that will put you right in the dustbin.
Keep it up. All right, Mint Diggity, we're done. I can't fucking deal with this shit.
Whoa, I thought
you're the one who has been fucking assuming impropriety on my person. Fuck you.
Dude, you don't assume impropriety on anyone's person. You hear anybody ever fucking talking like that? Nobody talks like that because you have to have skills to talk like that. A command of the English language. Nobody can do that but my boy KarmicX. I endorse Karmic. He rules. He's owning everybody. And you don't bring impropriety on his person. You want to fuck? Let's fuck.
Fuck you, Mindiggity.
Don't. I like
Fuck
it.
you!
No, Mindiggity's nice. Give her another chance.
Lying about me, motherfucker!
No, okay, you know what? Mint Diggity, in fairness, if you did lie about him, I can't defend you. I have to get Karmic's back on this one. You know what? I want to apologize to numero uno Josh Denny fan right now. This guy's the greatest. Numero uno was right.
Lying about me. While fucking fat boy final boss wants to shit on my relationships, fuck him.
I don't know who this final boss guy is. Is he a big fat retard? Well, he follows Dabbleverse shit. He's a big fat retard. If not physically, spiritually.
Get my goddamn music off Spotify. Get it off. Get it off, fat boy.
You want to fuck?
Get it off.
Let's fuck.
And get my goddamn name off of your shit. Get it off.
That is okay. That little money honey coming up dry thing at the end is just bravo. Bravo. This guy is fucking killing everybody. And you know what the best part is? A Chad like Karmic, he went on that rant, he got it all out of his system, and he was fine. Do you understand the risk I just took? Do you understand how much I love this guy, how great I think he is? All of my fans, everybody who loves Steel Toe, hates that I did that. They think it's a waste of time. They think it's fucking retarded. I can't do this stuff. I will lose all of my... You know these losers who can only build an audience by talking about this stuff? You know how lucky I am? I play this stuff. I lose people. But it was worth it tonight. It was worth it to play Karmic being a man's man. You want to fuck? Let's fuck. Dislabeled. I miss Dislabeled. $2. He says, F the Dodgers. Remember Pearl Harbor. I am rooting for Vlad Guerrero Jr. and the Blue Jays. But it's not because Shohei Ohtani or his family had anything to do with Pearl Harbor. Dislabeled. That's not... If the business world can forgive, so can we. Yeah, oh no, this is the worst fucking night for the Rumble chat to be completely, it's fucked. Oh no. Our main chat is fucking broken. God damn, man. This sucks. What's wrong with the Rumble chat tonight? The chat is fucked. Oh, shit. I was going to go back into the Rumble chat and we were going to have all kinds of fun. God damn. Yeah, everybody in the chat going, you want to fuck? Let's fuck. Stack says KarmicX equals digital gold. He's the man. He's the absolute best. Miss Tay with $10 says, stop chowing the Minnesota slow, Toe. Is that what they call Karmic? The Minnesota slow? I'm not going to tolerate that. No fucking way I'm tolerating that shit. 1:15 away from tonight. Thank you guys very much. Oh, man. I am so interested in what people have to say about that. And my goddamn Rumble is completely shit in the bed. Oh, no, here it is. Okay, I think we got it back. Nope, we didn't. Never mind. Never mind. Joey Caravello, he does not do that to babies. You are incorrect. Chat's working on other Rumble streamer channels. This one shows nothing but what I type. Oh, no. That sucks. Everyone go to Alex's Twitter and demand him to take over Steel Toe. I would gladly love to have Alex Stein be on Steel Toe. Aces says, Aaron wants to fuck Karmic. I knew it. That's not what I said. I didn't say I want to fuck Karmic. I said he's great, and I think that catchphrase is the best catchphrase anybody on the internet has right now. You want to fuck? Let's fuck. Papa Shab says, this fucking sucks, LOL. He's great. Rusty Grammar says, shit show is a pussy. I think I'll turn babyface on this dabble fag. Shit show is just a mentally ill guy who needs belonging. That's all. I excuse him. I really do. Kraken Slappin says, yeah, Karmic, you go. You are so cool. You are the alpha of the alphas. God, that was the gayest thing I've ever typed. Skousko says, Karmic gives off little Nicky energy. Numero Uno says, Karmic is a singular talent with unparalleled creativity. He really... I hope that someday Karmic is appreciated for what he brings to the table. I hope that he's respected. I do. Because I think he is, I think you are in the midst of unique talent, and I don't want people to miss it. It would be a shame if they were to let generational talent pass in front of their eyes and do nothing about it. All right, let's get this goal knocked out. Let's get our Rumble chat figured out. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. 115 is the number for tonight, and gifted memberships are the preferred currency to catch that back up. Team Karmic, let's fuck Mint Diggity. No, Rabbi Smoothie, we're not saying that you should fuck Mint Diggity. It's not what we're trying to say. Andy Semitic says, is this idiot serious? Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Numero Uno says, you got to watch the latest Sam Bibley clip. It's brilliant. It covers the final boss. I have a feeling if I find out, like if I ever know who the final boss is, I've lost. Like there's something inside of me that's been lost. The Cleaner says, Karmic wants to fucking kill you, Aaron. No, he doesn't. All young men have that period of rebellion against their father. And I made KarmicX, so he's the prodigal son. He wants to go away, make something of himself. Someday he'll return, and we will be as one again. I guarantee you. 303 of you checking out the toe at the moment. Go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe, and hit follow. Let's knock out that last 115 of the week and have ourselves a good time this evening. So, J.D. Vance sat down for an interview with, I mean, I don't know who Pod Force One is. Oh, is that liberal chick that everybody's roasting? Somebody said that the lady who hosts Pod Force One holds the record for returning the most martinis. I thought that was a brilliant line. J.D. Vance sat down to talk to her, the Pod Force One lady. And they got into some things that were a little in the weeds and stuff that they didn't necessarily agree on. And you know that moment when your parents start liking something that's viral? Or I guess I'm getting to that age now where I am the parent. But once your parents start talking about a certain topic, like those of us who were raised by boomers, once boomers start talking about a particular news story that's trending, you're like, okay, this is done. Like the Let's Go Brandon thing. When that NASCAR driver won a race and everyone was screaming, fuck Joe Biden, and the TV lady got nervous, so she said, oh no, they're chanting, let's go Brandon. And that was kind of a funny thing for a couple of days. The let's go Brandon thing was a nice viral moment. When boomers started making coffee mugs and t-shirts and Kid Rock was making a song chanting let's go Brandon in it, it's like, okay, we can be done with let's go Brandon. It's over now. It's fucking, they wore the wheels off it. It's kind of how I feel finding out that J.D. Vance threw shade at Hassan Piker over the shot caller thing. Now, I was done with the Hassan Piker shot caller thing before I took my little 6.5 day jail vacation. I thought the Hassan dog thing was stupid. I thought it was funny that he was getting shit. I thought it was hilarious that, he didn't know how to roll with it. He didn't know how to spin out of it. He didn't know how to laugh at himself, anything. What I love about Hassan Piker is it's do something embarrassing, get made fun of for it, double down, get angry. Your chat scrolls by 1,000 miles a minute, and he somehow has the ability to pick out one person being a cunt to him and obsesses over it. I love that about him. But after like 3 days, and everybody treating it like it was a real news story. Like, I always thought that we were just fucking on Hassan because he got caught doing something kind of dickish and embarrassing. But then when I saw like Asmongold and all these people analyzing it and talking about it for like 3 days and like clutching their pearls and being upset about it, I'm like, guys, we're being gay now. I didn't know we were being gay. If I would have known we were being gay, I wouldn't have signed up for this. I like to do my gay behind closed doors, not out in the open. But they started like really digging into this. And apparently while I was away, the Hassan Piker dog collar thing still going on. I hope that all these guys now see that now that J.D. Vance has gotten a hold of the Hassan Piker shot collar thing, it's over. We can be done with the Hassan Piker dog thing. Full disclosure, I don't give a shit what Hassan Piker does to his dog. I mean, given his background, I'd actually prefer I not know anything about the secret going-ons behind closed doors between Hassan Piker and his dog. Who knows what it could be? Does he buy peanut butter? It's none of my business. So JD Vance sat down with Pod Force One, and he threw a little shade at Hassan Piker. Now, on one hand, it's like, ha, dad's making Hassan Piker jokes. But on the other hand, it's like, doesn't our vice president have anything better to do than fucking... I'm kind of disappointed that our VP, the Peter Till boy, knows about Hassan Piker.
This command place, which is basically if I snap my finger and point, he will run to that place and lay down.
You don't have to zap him.
No. Not
Hassan.
Not like Hassan Piker. No.
Wasn't that disgusting?
No electrocution of dogs here.
Oh, no, this isn't the lady I'm thinking of. This is, I think she's a Republican. I think she's a conservative podcaster. Now that I see the side profile, this isn't her. There was some other lady who did a podcast who was commenting on J.D. Vance and Donald Trump. And I think she made like some kind of Charlie Kirk joke or something, and now righties are pissed at her. That's the lady that people said was like the woman who holds the record for the most returned martinis.
How disgusting is that? What does that tell you about a person?
Well, I think it tells you that they're not, that they're bad people.
Yes.
If you can actually cause suffering to an innocent animal, you're probably the kind of person who doesn't worry about suffering in people as well.
Okay, wait, time out, because I know exactly what J.D. Vance is doing, and I applaud it. And the reason I know what J.D. Vance is doing is because I do it all the time. And it's okay. I can give away my playbook. These people are too fucking stupid. What you're doing is you know you have the moral high ground. You also know what the reaction's going to be, so you're milking it. You're milking it. You're playing it up. Do you believe what you're saying? Probably not, but you know you're irking people and you know you're poking them the right way and you'll elicit a reaction, and that's what you're all about. So does he care that Hassan did what he did to his dog? No, not at all. But he can have the moral high ground and he can tease Hassan Piker, get a reaction out of him. Again, I don't know if this is the behavior I want out of my vice president. Doesn't mean I don't think it's funny.
And that's been my experience. If you mistreat dogs, that's almost 100% sign that you're going to be a really terrible person. So it's one of the ways, we really sort of test people is if Atlas responds well to them, if they like Atlas, we know they're good people. But you can tell if somebody's really mean to animals, it's like the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. Yeah. Like every serial killer ever has actually been really bad to animals. That's sort of how they start.
This is what I love. I fully endorse what J.D. Vance is doing right here. Because he's leaving himself. Are you saying that Hassan Piker is Jeffrey Dahmer? Oh, no. Oh, my God. No, I would never say that. I'm just saying that anyone who could hurt a dog, I mean, who knows what they might do to a person someday. I'm not saying that Hassan Piker is a non-feeling sociopathic serial killer. I'm just saying that there are tendencies that... Bravo. It was a good troll. I liked it. I thought he did a perfect job with it. Is this the... Oh, God, yes, please be the... Is this the... Sit down, Zumach? Please be the real Chad. Oh, no subscribers. God damn it. No, it's not the real Chad. Fuck. I was hoping we could... I like Chad. I think he's wonderful. God damn it. Wait a minute. Go to channel. This said 0 subscribers. Yeah, it's not him. Shit. I got excited for a second. Front Porch Conservative says, I think Pod Force One is Miranda Devine. She's a columnist at the New York Post. If she speaks with a British accent, then it's her for sure. Yeah, that's who it is then. Okay. Chev Maddox says, people are still talking about the shot caller. Look, man, I was surprised by it too. I couldn't believe that people were still talking about that fucking shot caller. But they are. They're still talking about the goddamn shot caller. And they won't fucking stop. Look, people are entertained by the oddest things. And the one thing I do get about it though is that Hassan Piker is very, very hated. A lot of people despise Hassan. So anything they can grab onto and run with, they will. Let's see if we can get to some of these Rumble rants. It is really difficult because they're not coming through the chat. I have to do them through Rumble Studio. I'm really, really sorry. You know what I don't know, though? I don't know if gifted memberships are coming through because the one that got sent earlier is not in my donations. So if you're gifting memberships, I'm really, really sorry. I don't know how to see them. Parlock, they're all very funny, Parlock. They're all very, very good. Real Jacks with $1 says, no disrespect, I'm genuinely wondering if Rumble chat is fucked. I can't see things. Am I going crazy? No, it's fucked because I can't see things either. $1 from Hulkamash Baby says, if you were going to make Karmic, could you have made him entertaining too? Sorry. Doing my best to pump it up. Redbird with $1 says you should be drowned in a barrel of gravy for that Karmic bullshit. See, I told you, I can't cover this shit. My audience will leave. So when anti-steel toe people cope and they go, he's only doing this because numbers. My numbers have been the same forever. Been between 600 and 700 since the Twitch days. But it's quite the opposite. I can't cover that stuff. I can't. My audience will leave. The numbers will go to, we're barely over 300 right now, and we're usually pretty well into the 300s by now. It's probably because we talked about that. $1 from Rusty Grammar says the Rumble chat never went down, gay F word. It's down for some of us. $1 from Rusty Grammar says also Mikey from Stearns wants to know if you can let him stay at your pod for a few nights. But no more butt stuff. Just getting his feet on the ground again. I love Mikey. Mikey's wonderful. But is Mikey welcome at my home? No. I cannot. I can't take that kind of risk with Mikey. He's like I said, Mikey's a good egg. Mikey's okay. I can't. No, I can't let Mikey in the house. Okay, I was going to say I think the Rumble chat is fixed. It's not. Oh well. 110 away from today's goal. Go ahead and check it out. Go ahead and throw us a couple of bucks and let's knock that out. I will admit I'm a little rattled tonight because I love the Rumble chat. They're usually so awesome, and I don't have it, and that really annoys me. Andy Semitic says, reload the page, Gaylord. Reloading the page works if I'm on, like, the Rumble page. I can't pop out the chat, though. If I pop out the chat, it completely fucks up. Oops. And then I accidentally blocked the chat. I'm struggling over here. God damn. So anyway, JD Vance roasted Hassan Piker over the dog collar allegations. And you know how I said JD Vance was doing that shit on purpose and he was pearl clutching on purpose just to get a reaction out of Hassan Piker? Well, he got his reaction out of Hassan Piker. And you guys, look, we've watched enough Hassan to know there's no sense of humor in this guy. So, like, look at him now. Just look at him in the corner of this one. The guy is never smiling. He's never laughing. Nothing is ever taken in good humor. It's the internet, dude. It's fake. None of it's real. You make millions of dollars on this thing, and it doesn't even have to be real. You're the luckiest son of a bitch in the world. Smile a little bit, sweetie. He won't do it. He will. I was in jail, and I'm having a hell of a time. This guy is sequestered in his McMansion, and the guy can't, I mean, you couldn't put a gun to this guy's head and force him to smile. So he's watching the JD Vance interview, and the dog thing comes up. And, of course, this is what we get from Hassan.
he will run to that place and lay down.
You don't have to zap him.
No.
Hassan.
Not like Hassan Piker. No.
Wasn't that disgusting?
No electrocution of dogs here.
How disgusting is that? What does that tell you about a person?
Well, I think it tells you that they're not, that they're bad people.
Yes.
If you can actually cause suffering to an innocent animal, you're probably the kind of person who doesn't worry about suffering in people as well.
Yeah.
Dude, stop. Like, I'm starting to feel bad for Hassan here. Like, stop this. Kill it. Kill the interview. Bro, they're talking about you. They're calling you Jeffrey Dahmer. Turn it off. Stop the fight. Throw the damn towel.
And that's been my experience. If you mistreat dogs, that's almost 100% sign that you're going to be a really terrible person. So
now, Hassan, whatever you do not respond to this by defending yourself and the way you train your dog. It's not going to be the way to handle it. Have a laugh, make fun of JD Vance back, say, I can't believe people are still talking about this dog thing. Maybe even make a joke, like have like a fake remote control and point it at your dog and just go, yeah. And now, young Kaya, you will die. Like, do an emperor bit. He can't do it. It's just got to be, I'm Hassan Piker. My image matters. I have to defend myself. No, you don't. Nobody thinks you're a pundit. Nobody thinks you're brilliant. It just, everybody wants to have a good time. Let's have some fun, buddy.
JD Vance has done spot training for his own dog, so he knows that it is not an abusive practice. And yet
nobody cares. You weirdo autist. Nobody gives a shit. We don't know what spot training is. You electrocuted your dog on stream. It yelped. It would have lasted a day. Everything on the internet lasts about 36 hours. You got people today that are that are like, we're going to do Nick Fuentes stuff, and people are yelling at them. They're like, we're going to do Tucker Nick Fuentes stuff. And people are like, you suck. That's old. What are you, fucking retarded? Blah, blah, blah. It was literally a day and a half ago that the Tucker Nick Fuentes thing came out. It's not old, but on the internet, it's fucking old. The fact that the dog thing is still going is only attributable to you being the most humorless douchebag who's ever turned on a microphone.
He is still leaning into this fucking idea that I'm like abusing my dog, which is crazy.
It's not crazy. I mean, we did watch you do it.
Because, hello, Kristi Noem, the secretary
oh God! Now
of the
Kristi
Department
Noem's
of
involved.
Homeland Security shot her puppy point blank, ISIS execution style.
Bro, this is not a defense. Hey, I didn't shoot my dog in the face on stream. Oh, well, now that you put it that way, you really are a saint, Hassan. It's just, I don't understand how people can go through life never having developed a sense of humor, never having the ability to see something embarrassing about themselves, laugh it off, and move on to the next thing. Like I said, bro, I just got out of jail, and I'm able to joke and laugh about it. You're a millionaire who maybe accidentally, shocked your dog on stream. Again, you are amazing to me. You are incredible in that you have taken something that should have been a 24-hour deal, and it's now been 3 weeks.
And then threw the puppy's body in a goddamn landfill in front of construction workers. And the only
So you must be like near orgasm right now.
Reason why we know about it is because she wrote about it in her book. What is happening?
He made a joke at your expense, buddy. He's fucking with you. And he's partially fucking with you, so you'll do this. And now Kristi Noem's involved. Michael Vick drowned dogs and electrocuted them. All right, Hassan. I mean, I think this guy's a fucking tool bag and a shithead, and I'm kind of starting to feel bad for him.
It is so transparent that these people not only do not give a shit about animal welfare, they don't give a shit about human welfare either. Because remember, this is the vice president we're talking about. the vice president of the United States is talking about Reddit, Twitter drama while we're at the precipice of 40 million American citizens losing their SNAP benefits, as in 40 million Americans.
Yeah, bro, he's the vice president. He doesn't do shit. He's not Dick Cheney. All right. And by the way, it's not like they've talked about you electrocuting your dog for the entire podcast, bro. It was a 50-second aside that you're losing your mind over. I got to teach this guy a fucking class. I got to take mine first.
Are about to starve. Okay.
Have you seen the poor people in this country? They're not going to starve yet. I mean, we should get the government back up and running. You know, the food stamp thing is kind of embarrassing, but
40 million Americans are about to starve in 2 days because the administration does not want to use the existing $6 billion that they have.
How do we get here from you shocking your dog?
To keep giving money to people. They are going to go to food banks.
Why are we?
Which will not be able to make up for the lack of SNAP benefits that they get.
And there we go. How did we got to Kristi Noem? We got to SNAP benefits. We got to people starving to death. So let me get this straight. J.D. Vance, I mean, technically what Hassan's saying here, J.D. Vance making a joke about Hassan during an hours-long podcast is going to relate to people are going to starve to death. That's a new one. That's pretty good. Hobo Chili Recipe says, I hope Sam Hyde makes him into a coat. White Snake with $10 says, you're walking okay, so your stint in the pen went well? Yes, sir. I see some renewed humility. I've always been humble. I'm too great not to learn a lesson. Ego deaths are a time of enlightenment. Look, I've always been a fun-loving, jovial guy. Some love it. Some, it burns their very soul. Me? I'm just going to do me, fam. By the way, that puts us 105 away from tonight's goal. Thank you very much, White Snake. Good to see you. Appreciate it. What are we doing over on the Rumble end of things? Rusty Grammar with $1 says, I just fixed Mikey's toilet sink gimmick. He's cutting a Booker T promo saying, Imholt, I'm coming for you. Oh, that's not good. I don't want to see I don't want to see Mikey show up in my front yard. Sean says you spent 8 days max in jail. I mean, 6.5. 6.5. He says, try 365. Nah, I'm good. Sean's like, oh yeah, you only spent 8 days in there. Try this many. No. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that one. I mean, tempting offer, but no, thank you. I think I'm gonna not go back, if that's all right with you. All right, about an even hundo left to go tonight. It's an awkward night with my Rumble chat completely crippled. I fucking hate it. It's too bad. But let's finish up that one hundo and call it a win for the toe. Link to the Jake says, we ain't hard like you, Sean. No Pen 15 says, Sean, why would anyone want to try 365 days? I know, what a bizarre thing to say to somebody. Like, hey, you only spent 8 days in jail. Max, try 365. No. Mistake calling him Haram Hassan. It has a good ring to it. Cleaner 1488 says that dog didn't support Israel. Well, no, if the dog didn't support Israel, Hassan might feed it. It probably was an IDF sympathizer, so that's why he electrocuted it. Loaded Wrench says his shit was definitely white if you did 365. What's the white shit thing? What am I missing there? What's the joke? Because I have an idea of what the joke is, but I have a feeling it's really gay, and I'm wrong, and then if you guess the really gay thing and you're wrong, now you just thought of a really gay thing, like unprompted. I think he means like you've got jizz on your turds, and so thus it would be, your shit's white. But I didn't see a situation where anybody would be able to sodomize anyone else. It didn't exist. Hobo Chili says, you went to jail for 8 days. You didn't even get a chance to meet the booty bandit. Stop with your stolen valor jail stories. Oh, no. Am I stolen valor? I'm like a weekend warrior. I'm like a National Guardsman acting like I was part of the Big Red One. Is that what it is? Sean says, ask me why I hate holidays. All right, here we go. Sean, why do you hate holidays? Why do you hate holidays? We'll wait. L Train is not happy that we stream on multiple platforms. 276 right now. 277 according to Rumble Studio. Sorry about that, L Train. It shouldn't matter to you, but it does, and you're still wrong. I apologize for that. I wish I weren't so petty. Go ahead and throw in a couple of bucks. We need 100 to call it a perfect week of evening shows, and our Rumble is shitting. Our Rumble chat is shitting the bed, unfortunately. About a hundo away from today. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Gift those memberships as well. We love the gifted memberships. I think this one is going to be a bit of a preview into November 1st. So starting on either Friday or Monday, people are going to stop getting their EBT and their SNAP. So their food stamps are going to go away thanks to the government shutdown. Donald Trump had an option to release $6 billion. I heard $5 billion. Hassan said 6. And, Hassan's usually right about everything, so let's go with that. $6 billion in emergency relief to restore those food stamps. Now, I've been told by people that the reason Trump's not going to do it is not because he's a big bad guy. My theory was that he wants to blame the Democrats for the shutdown, so he wants to make it hurt as much as possible so the Democrats take the heat. What I was told by people who know better than I do is that Trump wants to make people self-deport. He wants to take immigrants who are getting food stamp benefits and EBT benefits. If they're not getting their freebies, they'll split. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what they said. That's why he's doing it. Now, a lot of people are worried that with the food stamps gone and the EBT gone, that you're going to see riots in grocery stores. You're going to see people stealing. You're going to see a lot of theft. That shit could get really bad. Now, to me, this is a great lesson to be learned, and that's learned dependency. I think the fact that the government won't give people a handout anymore, and that's going to cause people to behave like animals, I think it's a good lesson that we all can learn about government dependency. Government big enough to give you everything you want is a government big enough to take everything away. And if that's the behavior that it inspires, maybe it's time for us to look into the way we take care of the general welfare, because I think we have a golden opportunity here. And I'm sorry for being the constant optimist, but I feel like we have a great opportunity to step up as citizens. I was talking about this the other day this week where I said, go to the food shelf, donate a bunch of shit to the food shelf, donate money to the food shelf, donate your time to a food shelf. Maybe make this a time where we prove that we don't need the government, and when needed and when called upon, the rest of us will step up and we'll help feed the needy. And then that way we can prove to the government we don't need your programs. Let's cut our taxes. Let's cut all this spending. And let's take care of our neighbor. It would be really nice to see all these billionaire cocksuckers who have made a shitload of money off the back of the American working people and not paid any more in taxes. It would be wonderful to see some of these billionaires help some hungry people through a difficult time, lead the way, and the rest of us pay it forward. I think that would be great. It's not going to happen. So I'm not going to sit here and listen to all these rich people talk about how, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, and it's tough shit. No more free money for you. You guys have enriched yourselves off the back of the American worker and the American economy. Take. You can give a little back. You don't have to, but that's what makes it so nice and charitable, is that you didn't have to do it. If regular people can flood food shelves and donate and contribute and all of that, if people can hit the goal on the toe, by God, then Elon Musk can throw some money at the food shelves. But it is going to be interesting to see what happens starting probably Friday, but definitely by Monday. In some places, it's already starting.
Cell phone video shows two women berating and attacking workers Sunday evening as stunned shoppers stare in disbelief.
That's crazy. Oh, nah.
Others watching.
Some black lady going, y'all motherfuckers gonna give me some free shit. I tell you that right now. We interviewed a white man outside. Oh, boy. Oh, geez. Oh, my. Oh, that's not. Oh,
no. Oh, geez.
A combative confrontation can't understand it.
I'm speechless because
you don't speak English.
Doesn't matter the reason. He's not supposed to act like that.
Investigators say the women deliberately slipped higher-priced food like lobster, ribeye steaks, and truffle butter in blue bags while they were checking out. And police say when workers confronted them about not paying for the items, the women started attacking them and yelling.
Oh, that's a neat little trick. So a lot of people have these totes that they bring to the grocery stores because it's more environmentally friendly than using paper or plastic. I think it would be great to see this happen in person, to watch these people think they can get away with it. So you bring your little totes and you're just taking live lobsters and you're putting them in the already paid for canvas tote bag that you have. Oh, shameless.
Yelling racial slurs.
People are shoplifting. They're getting beat up for trying to stop the people. That's not fair to them. I mean, it's really messed up.
Police arrested Olivia and Regine Bird in the parking lot. The sisters are now facing charges, including assault and battery. Other shoppers say they have sympathy for the workers who are dedicated to their jobs.
So these two women just started calling everyone the N-word and punching the employees in the face. I'll tell you this. Go back to their mugshot. Well, not that guy. These two definitely look like the family tree doesn't fork, if you catch my drift. This is, and no, I am not going to date the one on the right just because she has a large forehead. I am not going to, that's not the future Mr. Imholt. I probably had it right the first time. I am not going to. She's not my type. Hobo Chili, says, you stink, go back to jail. I love you, pal. Miss Tay says, lock up your pantry. Gonna have to. Starting Monday, you're gonna have to lock up your goods. Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus. Oh, cleaner, I can't read. I just went to the Rumble chat to see what people are saying. I can't read a lot of these. Oh, my goodness. I can't say that. That is a word that will definitely get me in trouble. No doubt about it. Jesus. Pool Scam Sam and some others quite triggered tonight. Pool Scam Sam not even making any sense. 199 says Junior Imholt selling buy here, pay here cars. Thoughts? I don't know what Junior Imholt means. I don't know. He's like, imagine this guy on welfare med benefits. Loser! Sorry. Jesus. I will say I am entertained by a lot of you. I just, my ability to get you to do that is unrivaled by any others. Strippers Got Me Banned says they will just ask for some of that money back that they sent overseas to family. Oh, that money's gone, dude. They either spent it or Al-Shabaab got a piece of it. Oh, you remember that? We were talking about a lot of the money that Somalis send back home in Minnesota. They did studies on that. A lot of it did end up in the hands of, I think, Islamic Jihad and Al-Shabaab and the Muslim Brotherhood. That's always nice to know. that people who come here exploit your country and then send money back. Basically, these family members it's not like they send it back to their family members and their family members are terrorists. Basically, the terrorists find out who's getting money back from American relatives and they stick them up. Loaded Wrench with $5. Thank you very much, pal. He says there are no nutrients in jail food. It turns the poop white. What mystery meat did they feed you? I forget you only did 6.2 days. Try 28 years. Yeah, I don't understand that Sean guy. He was like, you did 8 days max. Try 365. You know, the point of life is not to rack up the most amount of days in jail. Just making sure. Loaded Wrench says, I meant 28 days. Oh, okay, sorry. No, I'd rather not. I'd rather not do 28 years. I'd rather not do 28 days. I'd rather do neither, if that's okay with you. But I will, as far as the mystery meat goes, I felt like a lot of it was beef. There was some turkey in there, right? Now you're making me think that it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm naive. I thought it was. But no, my shit is not turned white. I will say that my shit stayed the normal shit color for my entire stay. Thank you. All right, even hundo away from tonight. Guys, let's Streamlabs, PayPal, and Venmo it up. Let's knock it out. Let's call it another win for the toe. Thank you very, very much. I'm still having quite a bit of a problem with the Rumble chat. But, hey, throw us a few memberships. Throw us a few Rumble rants. Let's do this thing. Between Rumble and YouTube, I think the evening show is definitely... I think the evening show's on the downslide statistically. I think we're going to have to settle in to a new reality. Between Rumble and YouTube, it's been barely hanging out over 200. I mean, all told, between the 5 platforms, it's been around 300, but we used to be 300 between Rumble and YouTube. So to say that the toe is struggling on the evening show, I mean, the mornings have been very consistent. I can't complain about the mornings, but we're definitely slowly leaking on the evening shows. Not good. Let's knock out that last 100, though, and call it a W. Papa Shab says, I like how the employees are white and dressed in sport jackets. They are, and they're getting torn apart by the black ladies trying to steal. Rachel says, SNAP benefits don't all drop on the 1st, y'all. It is staggered. They needed to spread it out from this month. Yeah, I mean, I am very interested and a little nervous to see how this is going to work out. 09 Canyon says, but fewer people go to church and tithe and volunteer, so there's less they can do to help. Baba Shab says it's a very funny juxtaposition to the unemployed black people. Brett McCart says, you and that lady have the same face. No, we don't. We don't have the same face. Link to the Jake says, bro, some fast food places accept EBT too. This is going to be a glorious month or two. I'm going to say that you're going to see a lot of corporations really start to get on the federal government to solve this shutdown. Because, you know, in many ways, food welfare is corporate welfare. Nabisco loves it. Coca-Cola loves it. McDonald's loves it. Any place that takes EBT loves the government handouts. And if there's anything that's going to stop this shutdown, it's the corporate overlords shelling out the money. Pool Scam Sam with $1.99 says, what company is your health insurance provider? That's a strange, fucked up, kind of stalkery question, but Health Partners. I'm a Health Partners guy. I've been a Health Partners guy since Litchfield, since I was about 19. I was a Health Partners guy. But I will say this to you, Pool Scam Sam. I know you probably don't get out a lot, but when you do, don't just go around asking that of people. It's creepy and weird. $100 away from today's goal. I hope he wasn't expecting a different answer. I hate that I always let him down. It's too bad. Someone asking, what if that lady in the mugshot had a great core? No, the answer is still no. Great core or no great core, I'm not dating the black lady who was stealing the lobsters at the grocery store. Quit trying to make us a couple, all right? I don't need a matchmaker. I have a lady. Thank you very much. All right, hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. The evening shows have been in the shitter this week, and that might be permanent. You never know. But definitely the goal is life. The life is the goal. So go ahead and throw in on Streamlabs, PayPal, and Venmo. We're just a hundo away. Let's do it. Let's get ourselves a win tonight. This is not fair. Do you guys remember when Kato Kalin, or no, it wasn't Kato Kalin, it was Fabio. You guys remember back in the 90s when Fabio was riding on a roller coaster and a seagull smacked him right in the face and his face was all bloody and he killed the bird and the whole thing? This happened in March at SeaWorld Orlando, where a duck apparently maimed a rider on a roller coaster. That's fucked up. It's probably a 1 in a million. It's like Randy Johnson hitting the pigeon with the fastball. But now this bitch talked to some lawyer, talked to some ambulance chaser, and now she's suing SeaWorld for what is essentially an act of God. A duck hit her while she was on the roller coaster, and somehow that's SeaWorld's fault. Here.
A day of thrills at one of Central Florida's theme parks turning into a lawsuit after a woman says she was hit by a duck mid-ride at SeaWorld. Here's some video of Mako, the park's fastest and tallest roller coaster, and where the lawsuit says the incident happened. Hillary Martin says she was riding Mako in March when a duck flew into the coaster's path, hitting her in the face and knocking her unconscious.
That would fucking hurt, too. You can just feel that, that numb face feeling you get when you just get, either when you get punched in the face or you get jacked or whatever. Just that kind of numb. You can't taste anything, smell anything. You can't feel your nose. Oof. I know, look, you look at a duck and you go, I mean, it's a fucking duck. How much damage is it going to do? When you're flying by on a roller coaster, they might as well hit you in the head with a sledgehammer.
She is now suing the park for more than $50,000. She says that SeaWorld created a zone of danger by building the ride near a body of water where birds are common.
So wait a minute. Now we can't build theme park rides near water because a duck might fly by? You don't take any kind of assumed risk when you go on a ride of that speed, of that magnitude? Come on. I promise you, I kind of feel bad for all parties involved here. I definitely feel bad for SeaWorld because this wasn't their fault. Their trainers already have to worry about all the orcas they're enslaving rising up and killing them one day. But SeaWorld obviously doesn't have mind control over the ducks. They weren't launch it into that cunt's face. And then I feel bad for the woman because I don't think the woman was looking for a payday when she got knocked unconscious by a duck. I think this became a big story. I think a lawyer called her. A lawyer sees SeaWorld and they see big dollar signs and, more importantly, a settlement. If you see a settlement, a lawyer will go for it. Lawyers don't take lawsuits if they think you're A, not going to get a lot of money, or B, if they think it's going to go past the settlement stage. Attorneys, if they're going to represent you in a lawsuit, it's got to be somebody with deep pockets because they got to be able to get their time and money back, or B, somebody who will probably settle with those deep pockets. And they definitely see that with a SeaWorld thing. So even though there's no justice to be gotten, there could be a payday to be gotten. So a lawyer probably stepped in, got in this woman's ear, told her, oh, you deserve justice. Did you have any pain in your neck? Did you have any suffering? Here, when we go into court, wear this neck brace. I just want to make sure you're safe. Some ambulance chasing dickhead got her to do this lawsuit and, promised her, certain numbers. And she went, well, I guess I could use the money. Just sometimes they get in the way. They just get in the way of accidents will happen. Shit happens. What are you going to do? Here comes a fucking lawyer. $10 from Wally World. He says, when does Stearns County send you your cell block 2? When does Stearns County send you your cell block B 2x2-on-2 championship ring? I hope they send it to me very soon. I do. I hope they send it to me soon because I deserve it. I hope they I hope they get it to my partner as well, because he certainly deserves it. I just hope we get what's coming to us and nothing more. Wally World with another $10 over on YouTube asking the same thing. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, cell block, if we're being very clear, the cell block B East 2-on-2 half-court champions. By the way, you need to get your mental health checked if that upset you. I saw people online getting mad that I'm decent at basketball. I can't help you. All right, guys, $85 away from tonight's goal. Keep going, $5 or $10 at a time. Let's knock it out. I know it hasn't been the perfect show tonight. Rumble's had its technical difficulties. I can't keep up with you in the chat, and I really feel bad about that. But if we knock out that goal, it's all been worth it. It's all been worth it. No Pen 15 Fathead with $2. Always making fun of Pool Scam Sam. Poor Sam. He gets so much shit in here. He gets beat up by me, gets beat up by the fans, and he pays for the luxury. No Pen 15 Fathead with $2 says, Aaron, what's your social security number? Well, yeah, I mean, guys, throw in super chats, throw in Rumble rants. Pool Scam Sam, it was very important to him. He said, what's your health insurance company? Do you want to know who has my retirement accounts as well? Edward Jones, by the way. I don't. What else do you guys absolutely need to know? Sorry, Pool Scam Sam. We're just fucking with you, buddy. No Pen 15 with $2 says, also ask Sean why he hates cops. Sean, why do you hate cops? I'm supposed to ask you. Why do you need cops? Pool Scam Sam, god damn, he is really bitter tonight. $199, we kind of got to him, I think, you guys. I make $300 an hour. Oh, here's a rule about the internet. Anytime someone tells you that they make more than you or that they make $300 an hour, they're usually lying. Pool Scam Sam, you are not mentally stable enough to make $300 an hour unless you're a stripper and be this obsessed with the internet as you are. No offense, buddy. Everybody sees through it. Guys, could you go ahead and leave your $2 contributions and tell us how much money you make per hour? It's very important to Sam. K-Fallen the Great with $2 says, this story is quacking me up.
Home run, Jefferson. Go to break.
Mr. Q says, neither roller coasters or ducks should be allowed at SeaWorld. It's in the name SeaWorld. It should just be the damn whales and dolphins. Hobo Chili Recipe writes, Aaron, how's your cholesterol? Now even Hobo is shitting on Pool Scam Sam. Hobo says, Aaron, what's your blood type? I don't know, Hobo. Why don't you tell me what my blood type is? I'm sure you've already got a really funny blood type in your quiver. Just pull the fucking bow and let me have it. Electric Shoes says, I feel bad for the duck. Yeah, I would too. Damn thing ran into a cunt. That's gotta feel bad. Thank you very much, guys. $80 away from hammering out tonight. Thank you very, very much. Brett McCart says it's probably a white woman. More than likely it's a white woman. I'm going to agree with you. Pool Scam Sam says $1.99 is all Aaron is worth. Prove me wrong. All right, guys, you heard Pool Scam Sam. Whether you're on Rumble, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, whatever, gifted memberships, Pool Scam Sam says, I'm only worth $1.99. And he should know he makes $3.99 an hour. Let's see if Pool Scam Sam is right. I am willing to admit defeat to Pool Scam Sam if he's right that I'm only worth $1.99. I am $85 away from a perfect evening show week. Let's see what happens. It is now official. The gauntlet has been laid down by the force of nature known as Pool Scam Sam. Go ahead, see if we're worth more than $1.99. The gauntlet has been laid down. All right, those of you who have been with Steel Toe for a long time, this is kind of I really shouldn't be playing this story because this is kind of like hearkening back to a recurring audience reference that used to drive me fucking insane. And in the last like 6 months, it's gone away. So I really shouldn't bring it up again. But it goes back to this story we did when we were on the radio at one point, where somebody in Big Lake, Minnesota had left screws in the road on the route that he knew his ex-wife and her new boyfriend took to get to work. So he would go to like Hardware Hank, buy a box of screws and scatter them all over the road. And he caused like tens of thousands of dollars in damage to people's vehicles. So then people started writing in from the area and they would go, hey, have you talked about the screws on the road in Big Lake? It was kind of like the Chris Jericho thing from yesterday where St. Caesar kept writing it in. And I'm like, fine, I'll address it. And that turned out to be a big mistake because then my phone and my chat were blowing up with, had I heard that Chris Jericho had signed a new deal with WWE? So we finally got the audience to stop referencing the Big Lake screws story. And then I run across this one.
Montgomery County, a neighborhood is on edge tonight, fearful that they're being harassed because of their politics. Someone is reportedly scattering screws in their driveways. And for some, it's happened multiple times.
Because of your politics, because of the local election signs you have in your yard? God, who would have thought I'd miss the days where people just like drew swastikas on your yard signs or stole your yard signs or did shit like that? Like basic immature shit because they disagreed with your politics. Dude, throwing screws in people's driveway can really fuck up a car. Not just the tire itself, but the entire like wheel well area, the rims, screws can really fuck your shit up. I remember that we used to make people so mad, and this is probably why I have such a good sense of humor and I frustrate guys like Pool Scam Sam so much and Incognito so much, is because I've been doing this for so long that back in the day, people used to put, if there was a vehicle outside my house, people used to come to my home back when I lived in Sauk Rapids, and they would put screws behind my wife and I, and nails. They would put nails and screws behind my wife and I's vehicles at night. And if we didn't walk out behind the vehicles and check, could run them over and we could lose a tire. That's how fucking divisive. Well, and really you see it now too. Like people follow me around, schizophrenics film me. They do really crazy, creepy shit. They stalk me and like, this car hasn't been here since this date. I mean, really psychotic stuff that, you know, they don't even know they're crazy, which is really pitiful. So this has been happening to me for a long time. It's, you know, I just have this ability to grab people in that way. This whole thing, this is over politics. You don't even know this person. At least with mentally ill people and media personalities, they feel like they know them. It's kind of a play Misty for me thing. That's why I don't take them too seriously. I just know that they missed their pills. But to put screws in the road of a perfect stranger simply because they want to vote for a different township commissioner than you, that's fucking bananas.
Action reporter Leland Pinder has the latest now from Abington Township.
This is happening in the Ardsley North Hill section of the township since at least last Thursday night. Loose screws found scattered across people's driveways, and some residents feel it's no coincidence. Kevin Shern is on edge after finding a handful of loose screws in his driveway. He believes it happened overnight Thursday into Friday.
It's like, hey, it's like an anti-steel toe Discord, just a bunch of screws loose. Loose screw? Loose screw? Enough about Haley's latest experience with her new baby daddy. That's not, don't. By the way, I don't mean to bring the mood down in the room, but something really disgusting happened the other day, and I want you guys to know about it. You know how we've been joking around that Haley has mud babies because she has kids from different baby daddies? I thought we all knew that we were having fun. I thought we all knew that we were just joking around and having a good time with someone who takes themselves way too seriously and is easy to pick on, like Haley. Haley started drawing these pictures. Now, I don't think Haley has mud children. I think she has purebred white hillbilly children like her. She started drawing these AI pictures, somebody said, that like are her playing with mixed race children and saying that it's her and her kids. I just want to say right now, before people lump me in with it, I think that's truly disgusting. I mean, that's really fucking racist. And I know that people in the South are behind the times socially, and that racism and bigotry is funny to those people. I don't think that kind of thing is funny. To see Haley mock interracial families the way she did, utterly shameful. You know, a lot of people, even people in this audience, they come from mixed race families. And for her to use AI in such a way as to mock mixed race family. I mean, I thought it was gross because we were having fun. I thought we were just going to have a good time with this. I didn't know that we would drag out this David Duke-like monster out of Haley, where now all of a sudden she is mocking the idea. She thinks it would be funny if she had mixed race children, as though somehow children with a little brown skin in them are less than the children she has. I mean, truly despicable stuff. I mean, you can like that kind of thing if you want to. That's fine, but I find her mocking mixed race families in this country to be truly something despicable and quite frankly desperate. And there's no room for that kind of hatred in this country. I thought we settled this in the Civil War, but you know, Haley thinking that mixed race families are less than, it kind of, now it makes me not want to joke around anymore because, you know, she can't control herself. It's really too bad.
All of mine were here. So you would have definitely had to back over those.
Yeah.
And possibly had your tires punctured.
Sure.
It wasn't.
In fairness, puncturing an old fucker's tire might save people time and maybe their lives on the road. I mean, I'm not sure that guy should be driving anyway.
Long before others in the neighborhood discovered the same thing.
And ended up finding 25 all total.
We found
Jesus.
like 8, I think 7 or 8.
Police say they are investigating.
I think this is despicable, unless they're Democrats. Actually, I heard it was Haley. She found out they had mixed race children and she wants to puncture their tires. Again, just really disgusting stuff.
Multiple reports. Neighbors believe the incidents are targeting homes with political signs on the front lawn, specifically those supporting Maria Della Monica in the Ward 6 commission race.
Oh, that bitch. Okay, well, why didn't you say it was Maria Della Monica to begin with? I mean, that Nazi cunt.
Some residents are standing firm while others are reconsidering the signage.
You know, I'm not taking my sign down.
I'm
Yeah.
fed up and kind of, I don't want anything happening to my car.
If we had a flat tire.
That's right. I believe so much in Maria Della Monica for city commissioner, whatever the fuck that is, that I'm willing to spend $1,600 replacing my tires. God damn it. It's fucking, I mean, some people really go crazy in those small towns about local elections. All right, real quick before we finish this story up. Remember, Pool Scam Sam did say that I'm only worth $199. Let's see how we've done. Pool Scam Sam once says, how much to put bells on your shoes, welfare boy? It's not stylish. It's not stylish. Miss Tay with $5. Oh, God damn it. I don't know. You know what, though? That's not enough over $199 to be an own of poor Pool Scam. So don't bully him. Says bra size. There's no way I can answer that question that has me come out ahead. Loaded Wrench with $2 says water usage. Pool Scam, they're not making fun of you, buddy. Don't think they are. They're just having fun. Hunter with $2 says calories you consume per day in potato products. These are really invasive questions. Can we get back to asking what year my Tahoe is and what health insurance company I use? You would think poor Pool Scam would know by now that I'm an expert at just turning these into bits, but that's what makes me like him so much. Miss Tay with $5 says, at what temperature do you drink tap water? All right, guys, it was funny at first. It's not fucking funny anymore. It's getting really personal in here. Respect my privacy. Matthew Q with $2 says, I disagree with you that the duck versus sledgehammer theory. That lady survived getting hit by a duck. I have killed a cow by hitting it with a sledgehammer. Can we take away any possible animals that might be in the care of Matthew Q? We do need to have a discussion about that. Who says that? And who says that just in passing? Like, oh, Aaron, a sledgehammer would kill someone. I've killed someone. I killed a cow with a sledgehammer once. I can't. I'm sorry, but in good conscience, I can't let that go. I can't let it go that you killed a cow with a sledgehammer. Why? Why did you do this? Do I want to know? $1 from Onawall says, here you go. We're here to get justice for our client, John Morgan, the founder of Morgan & Morgan, the firm representing the woman who got hit by the duck. Oh. Justice? You got hit in the face by a duck. It couldn't be more of an act of God, but you're going to get justice? Whatever that means. Pool Scam has been a fan for many years. He goes, remember when you cried over Twitch? Aw, dork. Oh my God, you remember. You love me. Thank you so much. 75 away from today. Remember, boys and girls, Pool Scam Sam says the toe is only worth $1.99. Prove him wrong. K Fallen the Great with $5 says whoever is doing this has a couple of screws loose.
Home run, Jefferson. Go to break.
Thank you, K Fallen. All right, that's another one that's over $199. $70 away from today's goal. And Pool Scam, thank you for letting me use you as content. I do appreciate it. I know it's not what you want every day, but it makes me happy. And that's ultimately what you want as a fan of the toe. All right, $70 away from today's goal. It's still a win for Pool Scam if we don't get that 70 in the next 45 minutes, though. So be sure to throw in at least $2 because, as Pool Scam said, we're only worth $199. You know what? $199 is $199. Something to think about. All right, back to the screws over the city council.
I would be really upset. I travel the turnpike a lot, and if there's a flat tire or a blowout, something could happen dangerously, could hurt somebody.
Neighbors say police were back in the area Monday.
They were just here. The cops were just there.
No suspects have been identified, but Dela Monica's challenger, Commissioner Jeffrey Brown, has publicly condemned the incident.
Well, that's good because the police were going to talk to you first.
It is my hope.
By the way, Haley does not endorse him having children with white women, and that's a disgusting time in our country's history.
Whoever is responsible for these acts is found quickly and brought to justice.
Neighbors are frustrated by the antics, which may be a first in this community.
Nothing like this before.
Okay, though, are we sure this is because of Maria Delmonico, or is this Maria Delmonico trying to get a little oomph for her city commissioner campaign? And is the black guy jealous? Because when you're running for city council, nobody knows who their city council people are. Nobody knows. They just, whatever street signs they see the most of, they vote for that person when it comes to city council, which is terrifying if you think about it, because it's a very important position in your community and holds a lot of decision-making abilities, in some cases more so than the president of the United States. So you should know who's running for city council. But a lot of us, we voted for city council because, oh yeah, I saw they had a way cooler yard sign than the other guy. So if you can convince the world that you're the lady who got the screws put in people's driveway just for supporting her, might galvanize some support. Chances are this is just a bunch of retarded teenagers just pulling a prank on people.
It's happened. I've been here since 1982.
I did attempt to contact Maria Dela Monica for comment, but was unsuccessful. Police want anyone who thinks they may have been a victim or if they have any helpful information to please reach out. Here in Abington Township, Leland Pinder, Channel 6, Action News.
Never a dull moment in that community. Holy
get the
shit.
lowest price.
Shut
The
up,
question
lady.
is,
Shut
which
up.
one
I am not going to put a lot of those local things. Like I've told you guys before, when I was in Litchfield, the county commissioners were under siege by the community because they were convinced that the county commissioners were running some kind of like money laundering scam or some shit. Like Fox 9 had come out. Fox 9 came out and investigated our county commissioners, investigated our sheriff. They did find out that our sheriff at the time in Meeker County actually did like they like covered up like meth possession by the sheriff's son because he had a drug problem. It was they did find a little, they love that kind of shit in small towns, that little gossip, those gossip pieces. That really gets them going. And then when the big city folk come by, and want to report on them, oh my God, that gets their juices flowing big time. Big time. No Pen says, I have Shaka. Oh, do you? No Pen is the person who currently owns Shaka. You know what? I hope you're treating him well. I hope Shaka is at a good home. That's all I care about. $70 away from tonight's goal. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Hulkamasha Baby says $300 an hour, $2,400 a day, $25,000 a week before tax, $624,000 a year before tax. Why are you here? Yeah, I would, if I were Pool Scam Sam, I'd just admit that I'm lying, even though we all know he is, because I think it's not the flex you think. If you're saying you make $600,000 a year and this is what you do, it's a waste of life. Go give that money to somebody on EBT and food stamps who's going to lose them soon because you don't know what to do with it, Sonny Jim. No Pen 15 Fathead with $2 says, how many fifis did you destroy? Dude, I'm destroying fifis every fucking day. These people just can't hang. I don't know what it is. $70 away from today. Chip in, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Just $70 away from a perfect week of evening shows. And again, if you have gifted memberships on Rumble, I am so sorry. We cannot see them tonight. I can see Rumble Rants. I just can't see the gifted memberships. Cleaner with $2 says, what was the size of your dilation during third pregnancy? I wish I were smart enough to know what the actual like numbers were on that so that I could give a good answer, but I'm untalented. All right, about 65 away from tonight. Finish it off. Call it a win for the toe. We got about 35, 40 minutes left. $70 away from the ultimate W. Hit like, hit subscribe, and hit follow for our shoddy little evening program. $199 from Pool Scam Sam says, how was jail? You lose. Kleenex for mom and dad. It's spelled Kleenex, and I don't know what Kleenex for mom and dad means. How was jail? You lose. I mean, I didn't. I won. Every basketball game I was in, son. You can't talk like that. You can't say I lose. Did you go to jail and become the 2-on-2 cell block B East half-court champion? No. Shut your mouth, you lying about how much you make welfare case. Eat my ass. You have to come in here and watch me for validation. The ultimate Larry Jail Bird. Another win for the toe. You know what? I have to admit, I think Pool Scam Sam knows that we're having fun, and I think he enjoys it too. I wish I could say that, oh yeah, we're just fucking this guy up all the time. We're not. I mean, we are, but I think he's in on it a little bit because nobody's this set. Nobody takes this much of a beating, you know? So I got to break kayfabe a little bit. I think Pool Scam Sam and I are doing a little Stockton Malone thing, if you ask me. $65 away from today's goal. Thank you very much. Keep it going. Aaron, why do your fans who love you, even the ones who think you're the greatest, they give you so much shit? Look at how I treat them. When they say something really nice, I get uncomfortable and we all call each other gay. But if they say something mean or nasty, we have a great time and a shitload of laughs, and sometimes it's the best part of the show. $2 from No Pen 15 Fathead. He says, Pool Scam is at $11.94. Wow. Big money from the 600 grand a year man. All right. 65 bucks away from today. Miss Tay says no WPH. We'll see. We haven't had WPH all week. We will see. All right. 65 away from today. Finish it up. $5 from Steve C. Oh, he says, do you miss banging April? I would. Great little ass. I've got bad news for you, Steve C. I'm not saying anything bad or anything good, but as far as ass, let's just say this. Aaron is not an ass man. Aaron is not, there was not, well, you know. I don't want to be uncouth. But thank you for the $5, Steve C. I appreciate it. 60 away, 60 even away from today. Thank you very much. Keep it going. I appreciate it. We were talking this morning about the fact that when people get on airplanes, they just become wild zoo animals. And I don't understand it. Like, we had a guy this morning. The person in front of him was trying to recline his seat. And the other guy, who was dressed in professional garb, like a button-up shirt, khakis, shirt tucked in, like a relatively professional-looking guy, and he's sticking his knees up on the back of this guy's seat to prevent him from reclining backwards. The 3 inches of reclining you get in an airplane seat. And this guy, like a 5-year-old who didn't want to take a nap, was putting his knees up going, no, to the point where he called the flight attendant over, and the flight attendant had to broker a fight between 2 men who probably were a combined 90 years old, and she had to instruct the one behind to please let that man recline because he's allowed to recline in his plane seat. I don't know if it's the altitude for some people. I don't know if it's the drugs, if it's the lack of drugs, whatever the hell it is. But some people, they get on that airplane and they just turn into a lunatic. Well, one guy in an Indian man, not an Indiana man, has been charged with pulling a fork on a couple of kids in a flight from Chicago. Following meal service, minor A was sleeping lightly in a middle seat when he allegedly awoke to see a Mr. Usarapalli standing over him. It is alleged that Usarapalli used his right hand to strike minor A in the left clavicle with a metal fork. You guys act like you're so civilized on the outside, but at least when we were in jail, we all returned our plastic sporks to the proper receptacle, lest we get locked down. You guys are on airplanes, stabbing each other with metal forks while I'm sleeping on the bottom bunk. Now, Usarapalli then allegedly lunged toward minor B, who was seated to minor A's right in the middle seat in the center row of the aircraft, and struck minor B in the back of his head with the fork. Minor B suffered a laceration to the rear of his head. He's fucking, this crazy Indian cunt straight up just stabbed 2 kids with a fork on an airplane. Why? Well, when flight crew members attempted to subdue Usarapalli, he allegedly raised his hand, formed a gun with his fingers, and put it in his mouth and pulled an imaginary trigger. At which point I'd be like, here, take mine. Usarapalli allegedly then turned toward a female passenger to his left and slapped her with his hand. Usarapalli also allegedly attempted to slap a flight crew member. And we have no description. We have no reason why this guy did this. We don't know why he lost his shit and just started stabbing kids and slapping bitches. By the way, if you're wondering, Mr. Usarapalli presently does not have lawful status in the United States. Well, I don't think he's going to be going back home anytime soon. So he was here illegally, stabbing kids in the head, slapping bitches on airplanes, trying to slap flight attendants, all while being here without any legal reason to. It's at the point now where you really could just set your watch to this shit. Unbelievable. This isn't good. Pool scam. I got bad news, buddy. Scott with $25. over on PayPal. Thank you very much, Scotty.
I have sworn on the altar of God, total resistance against every form of tyranny, against the mind of men.
And we got $2 from Matthew Q. He says, Aaron, that damn milk call kicked me too many times to survive, so it became beef. That's what's for dinner. Hit it with a 10-pound sledge one time in the skull. Guys, go ahead and remind me to never fuck with Matthew Q. Ever. Ever. This motherfucker was not joking. He's hitting cows in the head with a sledgehammer and dropping them with one shot. Pool Scam Sam with $1.99 says, in Brainerd, Friday co-host? Fuck yeah. Why aren't you and I going out tomorrow night to all of the Brainerd breweries? Pool Scam Sam. I mean, a guy who makes $600,000 a year, you should be buying, right? I got to go hit up Pool Scam Sam for some free beers. Hey, boys and girls, $30 away from tonight's goal. We're just about there. The Toe has almost had itself a perfect week of evening shows. Keep it going. 284 on the old Rumble, not premium. What the fuck do you got? Rumble Studio. Spitting out 284 at us. Thank you very much. Hit like, hit subscribe, and hit follow. Guys, Pool Scam Sam said we're not worth more than $1.99, and now you're $30 away from another win for the Toe. So let's all throw in that $5 or $10 and call it finished, shall we? We've got, this one. A high-speed chase ended with cops not giving a fuck. A guy on a motorcycle was in a high-speed chase in California until an off-duty cop decided, you know what? Fuck that. We're not going to do the OJ, follow the Bronco at a safe distance, don't bother the guy. He just decided, California isn't paying a lot of overtime for cops anymore. I'm off the clock. Let's just end this fucking thing. Before we get to that, Miss Tay with $5. 6-7. Thank you very much. By the way, 6-7, that's how much Pool Scam Sam makes in a 60-second period. Oh, fuck with this guy, man. $25 away from tonight's goal. Keep it going. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. $25 away from the end of the line. $1 from Redbird says only you could take this audience and a bit like WPH and run it into the dirt in a month. A month? It's been 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks since I've even lit the lamp, for God's sake. I would like to think I'm being very conservative with the WPH. Thank you very much. Mr. Q says 6-7 just became the Webster's Dictionary word of the year. Oh, man, stop digging in your butt, twin. I did that one to the kids yesterday, and they looked at me like I snuck into a meeting that I wasn't supposed to be at and got some intel that I wasn't supposed to have. They cringe when their dad uses their lingo, but stop digging in your butt, twin, was not supposed to be one that I knew about. And I know about it. Thank you very much. 25 away from tonight. Let's hammer out that final 25 and call it the last win for the Toe. And tell Pool Scam Sam, thank you for helping us hit that goal tonight. I appreciate the guy. All right, so here's the high-speed chase in California. Let's take a look-see. Guy on a motorcycle. All right, motorcycle, not a bad high-speed chase vehicle. Got good acceleration, good handling. You can weave in and out of traffic, a little bit easier to lose the police if you have to. There are some drawbacks to a high-speed chase on a motorcycle. Let's see if we can pinpoint what any of these weaknesses might be.
Mean that this is any kind of safe. Right now it looks like he's boom! Oh! That's exactly what I was talking about. That's exactly what I was talking
about. You know how I said there might be drawbacks to using a motorcycle for a high-speed chase? That would be one of the drawbacks. Where if somebody wants to sideswipe the fuck out of you and turn you into a little ball on the pavement, they certainly can. Does anyone know, is that little ball the guy, or is the guy with the bike? Because when I first saw this, it looked like this guy turned into the little ball on the pavement. But then I watched just now and I thought, oh, he might have been the guy going with the bike. Let's take a look. First of all, I don't know if this guy survived this. I don't know how the fuck he would have.
Doesn't mean that this is any kind of safe. Right now, it looks like he's. Whoa! That's exactly what I was talking.
Oh no! Okay, he did go. All right. Oh God, the bike. God, the bike like hammered the shit out of him on his way down too. Jesus.
Exactly what I was talking about.
Oh, 1, 2,
That's
3.
exactly what I was talking.
And then landed on him. Fuck. I'm not saying the guy didn't deserve it. Actually, I don't even know what the fuck he did. I just know he was on a high-speed chase. Look, they don't bring all those marked and unmarked police vehicles after you because you didn't, you helped an old lady cross the street. So he did something. But Jesus, definitely wasn't worth it the way this one ended.
Yes. And
I don't see him moving.
Take that suspect. He's still moving. That is.
Oh, wait.
Plus.
Oh, that was him? I thought he was under the bike. I lost track of this guy a couple of times.
Take that suspect. He's still moving. That is a plus. They are definitely going to take him into custody. It did look like the motorcycle did land on top of him once he was on the ground. Now,
I'm a deputy in Rancho.
Let's see.
Oh,
fuck.
And he just hit a car. I'm going to widen out here.
Widen out, bitch. Get in.
I have sworn on the altar of God, total resistance against every form of tyranny, against the mind of men.
Sorry, my bad. That's on me. So, it doesn't say much. The suspect hasn't yet been identified, though police say charges will come against him soon. The suspect, who was armed, oh yeah, then you can't fuck around, was sent crashing in a dramatic end to the chase. He had hit speeds of 150 miles per hour plus and waved his Gen 3 Glock 17 at officers. Oof, yeah. Then they definitely didn't feel bad taking him down the way they did. Holy shit. It's effective. How is it that you're allowed to sideswipe a guy like that? And by the way, I'm for it. You're allowed to sideswipe a guy like that, nearly take him all the way out. But if a guy dies of a fentanyl overdose while you're restraining him, you have to go to prison forever. It's just insane. Red Fox Mad with $4.99 says, download this video, Aaron. Watch later or watch now. Skip around. Once we hit tonight's goal, I'm going to check that out, buddy. You have my word. Where are we at? $20 away? $20 away from another win for the toe. Go ahead. Who wants to be that last 20? Oh, my God. Pool Scam Sam says, I just paid his car insurance payment. I wish my car insurance was only $15. That would be a godsend. Willy Nilly with $1.99 says, worked in Stearns County Jail, no porcelain toilet. I was there for a week. There's definitely porcelain toilets. One guy broke it. I don't know what he was planning to do with it, but he threw a fit in his cell. They had to put him in the pickle suit. And they had to go down. Sharparelli had to go fix it, and goes, "Hey, Aaron, big fan of the show." Which again, I'd love to hear on the outside, not so much as I'm walking up to my cell. Willy nilly. I worked in Stearns County Jail. There's no porcelain toilets. Is this? Look, man, you guys got to figure your shit out. I mean, you got to stop getting so upset. Like when I have a good time doing anything, like you're going to give yourself hemorrhoids. You're going to stress yourselves out. You're going to die young if you keep doing this. Every time something works out for me the way you didn't want it to work out, you have to stop coping so hard. You're going to give yourself an aneurysm. I will tell you, as someone who was there for 6.5 days, porcelain toilets, porcelain sinks. Not in the central booking. In the central booking, it's that push button metal shit. Ugh, central booking really does suck. Cell blocks, not nearly as bad. Not nearly as bad. Willy nilly really can't let it go. He's like, he's definitely lying. I don't know what I would stand to gain. I need it explained to me by someone who hasn't missed their meds today. what do I stand to gain from the guy breaking the piece of his porcelain toilet and being put in the pickle suit? I know I'm trying to talk sense into you, and that's probably a losing move. But really, you have to explain it to me, because while it is very entertaining, it's remarkably stupid on your part. $20 away from tonight's goal. Knock out the rest of it. I don't think there's anything I could do at this point that wouldn't make these people seethe and lose their minds. I mean, I should almost feel bad about it. I should almost feel bad. 20. Knock out the last 20. We got 20. Oh, hey, look at this. 20 minutes left in the show. $20 away from the goal. Let's even do it a little bit at a time. Sounds like fun. And by the way, if you guys have been gifting memberships on Rumble, I'm sorry. I will put that towards next week. I can see Rumble rants, but I can't see gifted memberships. So I do apologize for that. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. We do appreciate you being here. All right. What did Red Fox Mad send us? What was that one? Where is... Here we go. Red Fox Mad wanted us to play this. What is it? It's Mississippi Oh, God. No. Mississippi cotton farmer's view of the black people in his community in 1968. You know what? Put this one in on Rumble Friday and maybe we can do it, because I have a feeling if I play a Mississippi cotton farmer talking about black people in 1968, I don't think it's going to be him talking about how we need to be more progressive in our treatment of the blacks and how racial inequity in this country is going to tear us apart. I really just don't think that's going to be what I'm going to see in this one. Taste Fairy Ialto said, did that guy try walking it off or rubbing some dirt on it? He didn't. The police didn't give him a chance, apparently. The agriculture secretary in the Trump administration is warning us, even they're warning, hey, this government shutdown, it's going to hurt a big chunk of Americans coming up very, very soon. This is risky, man. I mean, I love it in the sense that I hope that private citizens step up and help feed the poor and feed the needy. And maybe we show that, maybe we don't need government. Maybe we can feed the poor on our own. But I doubt that's going to happen. Also, I think us losing religion in this country kind of hurts us. Somebody mentioned it a little bit ago. They said we don't go to church as much anymore, so we don't do tithings or anything like that. So the charitable giving in this country is not what it used to be. Let's go to this clip from CNN on what's going to happen. Oh, geez, we got a 30-second ad. Oh, my goodness. Well, while we're doing that 30-second ad, let's drop that last 20 in and call it the final win for the toe tonight. I do appreciate all of your generosity today, boys and girls. You've been doing amazing. I'm really hoping that this turns out like everything else about this shutdown, where it's overblown and everyone turns out to be fine. And, because every time that happens, we kind of find out how, we don't need government as much as we thought we did. And to a guy like me, that's always a good thing.
USDA will not tap into that $6 billion contingency fund for SNAP benefits in November. The president was asked about this on Friday, whether he would direct USDA to fund food stamps. The president told reporters, quote, "Yeah, everybody is going to be in good shape. Yeah." What has the president said to you, Secretary, about using that money to pay for SNAP?
EBT, yeah.
Well, I think first it's really important to level set this. And Boris, by the way, it's good to be on. I don't think we've been on together before, but I want to level set this whole conversation, and then we'll talk directly to your question. The Democrats have voted 12 times to keep this government closed.
See,
on October
that's
10th, USDA.
Okay, wait. That's a big part of this. Instead of jumping right into, people are going to lose their food stamps, it's going to be a bumpy ride. That's the messaging. That's the administration's messaging. The Democrats have voted not to open the government 10 times, 12 times, 15 times, 20 times. That's going to be the mantra. That's going to be what they put out there. Because if people stop getting their food stamps, but the Republicans and the Trump administration can get them to think it's the Democrats' fault, unfortunately, the way our politicians are, they see that as a win for the Republicans. Do you see how gross that is? Do you see how disgusting that both of these sides are trying to pin it on each other rather than solve the problem? That's why that saying, a government big enough to give you everything you need, is a government big enough to take everything away. That's why we should have never let our government do this stuff in the first place. We should have taken it upon ourselves as neighbors and citizens to take care of one another and the neediest amongst us. But instead, we outsourced it to the government, and now they get to play politics with it. It's gross, it's disgusting, and it also reminds you how much control these fucking vermin have, especially the poorer people get.
A memo to all the states saying, we're not going to have money in November. Everybody start just preparing for that. October 24th, we did the exact same thing. The iterative memos that you're speaking of, I think those are posted almost semi-regularly on this, then that. If this happens, then that. Since then, we've opened FSA offices to pay farmers. We've got our food safety inspection guys back up, at least for the short term, and so many others. So to be at this point in the process, to be so close to opening the government, just a yes vote on the CR, the SNAP program in November costs $9.2 billion. We don't have the legal authority as of today to distribute anything less than that through the formulas, et cetera. We're obviously looking at all of this as we move forward, but
that's something we should be looking into as well. And that's, something I'm glad the American people are learning, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who don't know that we spend over $100 billion a year on food stamps. Belouzier, who works for the jail, says definitely have porcelain toilets and sinks at Stearns County. The building is getting tore down soon and rebuilt by Fleet Farm. Oh, no. Pool scam Sam, that's not good. Willy-nilly, that's not good. Belouzier confirming. I shouldn't even treat this as a win. You guys are so fucking retarded that it's this easy. But yes, the jail I was in has porcelain toilets. I'm sorry, guys. Electric Shoes says, how mentally ill do you have to be this obsessed with some random radio guy on the internet? That mentally ill. That mentally ill. Nope N15 Fathead with $5 says, Aaron, I make $3,000 second. You are definitely lying. Loaded Wrench with $2 says, head count, lights out in 15. Imholt, stop crying. $15 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very much. 15 away. Hey, and we have 15 minutes to do it. You're keeping it up. Uh-oh. MSO is throwing out the red light, though. He's starting to feel confident. MSO says he might have this one down. $15 away from tonight's goal. Will we win? Will we lose? Now, we could have already won. I have no way of tracking Rumble gifted memberships tonight, but let's just get that 15 knocked out anyway and just make sure. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Who was it who just asked, what is a pickle suit? You want to see a pickle suit? Sean says, what is a pickle suit? That's what they called it while I was in there. Jail pickle suit. That's man in a pickle suit. What do they really call it? Because this is just a bunch of people on YouTube in a pickle suit. Here, Stearns County Jail restraint. Yeah, I got nothing. Oh, here we go. Stearns County Jail. This is 11 years ago, so this is a little dated. I don't think
over my career here, the Stearns County Jail went from kind of a small-time Joe the farmer down the road getting in a little bit of trouble.
It's more, we've got gang members from California here. We've got a wider variety of population in here now.
You see, guys, what they're trying to say is we have black people now.
We saw transition in our jail population changing, more with people with mental health issues, more violent offenders. We saw that an increase in having to extract people out of.
I don't think 11 years ago they had the pickle suit. I don't think you're gonna see. I don't think you're gonna see the pickle suit in this one. Here they are taking. Yeah, I don't think this is it anymore. They have like a padded suit that you wear. Like when the guy, cover your ears, pool scam Sam and Willy Nilly. When that guy broke the porcelain pieces off of his toilet, and Beluzier can give you the details on it. I'm not sure what happened. I just heard what happened. We were locked down, but they put him in. My cellmate told me. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to say celly. My celly told me, yeah, they put him in the pickle suit and everything. I think the pickle suit is that green.
I've sworn on the altar of God.
Sorry. I think the pickle suit is that green padded thing that they put people in. Yeah, here we go. I think this is the video.
Especially with the wrap, is that there is a separate tag to go with it. That way you're actually going in there doing capillary checks, checking cup fitness if things need to be adjusted. Obviously, well-being checks is the most important thing.
Our old system was horrible with that, like very timely process. We had it was a pipe.
That's the guy. Oh my God. Okay. So that's the guy who, when I was getting out, when they told me I was getting out Friday, he fucking played a little joke on me. He had one of the officers come in and tell me that she had a court order for me and that I needed to sign something, blah, blah, blah. After I talked to her about, is everything okay in the cell block? We've heard that there might be some problems, which there weren't. I told her the truth. I'm like, no, everything's pretty cool in here. This was after the guy destroyed his toilet, though. So that could be what they wanted to talk about. But this guy told her that they had a court order for me to look at, and then he stuck his head in the door and went, I'm just kidding. And he's whispering. That's the guy.
You just hit on buttons. You could have it set up to beep every time you hit it.
See, there you go. That's upper tier, right? So that's where I was. I was on the upper tier. This isn't the same cell block, though. That right there is where our shower was. It's a one-person shower. You had two of them on either side of the tier.
Some of ours, at nighttime, you don't want to beep in at 3 o'clock in the morning. So we turn off the beep option. They'd hit it.
See, now this is central booking. This is where they have the metal toilets, is in central booking. This is where you go until they find you a place in the cell block.
But it wouldn't register. And now they do 4 of those, and you can see them doing it. They're there. But when you spit out that report.
This is all central booking. This isn't the cell block.
Crap. That's not good. Now with Command Cloud, that's not really something we have to worry about.
With Command Cloud.
Oh, by the way, Willy Nilly and Pool Scam, if it makes you feel any better, I'm totally lying about all this. Sorry, guys. You're wound a little too tight.
Able to see when they did the round. They saw something in the cell they didn't like.
Oh, see, that's why they want you taking your sporks back, by the way. See that? He's sharpening the spork. I still can't find the pickle suit for you, though. I wish I could find that. We have the guy wearing the restraints. See, that's not what it was. It was some kind of green thing. Shit. The thing I saw was a green thing they were wearing. Now I'm wondering if I didn't hallucinate the whole thing. Want to see if I can find Beluzier, see if he can educate us. No, I think he might have come in and left, unfortunately. All right, $15 away from today. Let's finish it up. Let's call it a win for the toe. Let's get that last $15 in there. Adam Simon gifting a membership to Not the Father. Thank you very, very much. All right, guys, $10 away from calling this a win. Let's get that last $10 hammered out. The goal is life. The life is the goal. I think we should give a round of applause for Pool Scam Sam, though, because we beat the living shit out of this guy, and he made himself look like an absolute retard for all of our entertainment. So please. I'm sorry, buddy. I just figure you need a heel really bad, and I can be that guy for you. Miss Tay says it better look like a pickle. I can't find the goddamn thing. Mr. Q says, why didn't I get a gifted membership? It's my birthday on Friday. Well, guys, Let's get Mr. Q a membership. We'll hammer out the last $10, plus Mr. Q will get a membership.